Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about what are Fundrise dividends, when do we get paid these Fundrise dividends, and how do we earn them? Coming up. If you're new to the channel, my name is Trey and I'm an investor. I invest in cryptocurrencies, stocks, and real estate. I'm also a swing trader. So if you guys found this video just a little bit helpful, please click that like and subscribe button. Let's get started. I know in the previous videos, guys, I talked a lot about the size of the portfolio, about earning appreciation, about earning dividends, but I never actually went into detail about what dividends are. How do you earn dividends? What is appreciation? How do you earn appreciation? When does each one get paid out to us, the investors? Now, as many of you know, this is the first of two Fundrise portfolios that I have. This is real estate heavy portfolio. Now, let's take a quick look on the upper left side over here. You could see returns, right? And then what you could see is that we could earn returns using dividends or appreciation. So what are dividends? Now, guys, if you already are a member of Fundrise, every day that you log into your app on your phone, or if you log into your web browser, every day there's an amount of money that gets added to your account. It could be $3, it could be 10 cents, it could be 5 cents, it could be 30 cents. You're gonna see it on your app and you're gonna see it on the browser. So that gets added every 24 hours. Now that is just a small part of the total dividend you get paid. Actually, 4 times a year. 4 times a year in April, July, October, and January of the following year, you get paid a bigger chunk of the dividends as well. So daily you get little amounts of dividends added to your account, and then 4 times a year, quarterly, you get a big chunk of dividends added to your account. Now guys, I have quite a few Fundrise videos that I've made, so please, in the description below, I'm gonna leave the link to each one. Check them out. I'm sure you will find it super helpful. So Fundrise distributes tiny amounts of dividends daily and then big chunks every 3 months, as I mentioned before. But where does Fundrise actually get this money to redistribute? Well, it comes from 2 sources. The first one is the loan. So here's what happens, guys. We as investors put money into Fundrise. Right now, all of us are putting small amounts of money, but combined together, that's a big chunk of money. So what Fundrise does is they find a real estate developer that tries to develop a certain part of land, and they try to build big apartment buildings that you've been seeing popping up all over the country. So this real estate developer needs money in order to build something. So what Fundrise does is they literally give them a loan. They say, we will lend you this is just an example. They say, we will lend you, let's say $3 million, and it functions as a loan. So there's always going to be an interest that comes with the loan. So let's say, for example, you go to the bank, you get a loan, there could be a 3% interest, a 5% interest. So not only do you have to pay out the amount that you borrow, but you also have to pay interest on an amount. So the same thing happens with Fundrise. Fundrise gives this real estate developer a loan. There's a certain fixed interest rate on it, and then real estate developer has to pay back that money monthly with interest. And that's how Fundrise makes money from giving that loan to the real estate developer. The second way that Fundrise gets the money to distribute as dividends is actually through rental income. Once that real estate developer develops the land, builds those big apartment buildings, they then start getting renters inside that apartment building. And then renters pay monthly rent. And as renters pay the rent, Fundrise takes a certain percentage, usually to 90%, and they distribute it to all of their investors in form of dividends. So 2 ways that Fundrise gets money that they distribute through dividends. The first way is through obviously giving a loan to a real estate developer, and the second through renting the apartment building. Now, let me just summarize it in a way that makes it very easy to understand. So it all starts with us, the investors. Me, you, and thousands of other people take a small amount of money and we give it to Fundrise. That's why it's called a crowdfunding platform. Now, they take all that money that all of us gave to the platform and they put it together. Then they take that money and they loan it to a real estate developer at a certain fixed interest rate. The real estate developer now is building the land and they're building these big apartment complexes. And the next thing that happens is that when everything is built, they start renting these apartment complexes. When the renters move in, they pay rent. So out of nowhere now, Fundrise is making money from giving out this loan and getting the interest on that loan as well as the rental income. Now, this is all happening while the project is open. It's part of the Fundrise portfolio. But in 5 to 7 years, once the real estate developer actually pays off their loan, Fundrise decides to close the project and sell the property. That is when you get the returns in terms of appreciation, right? As we talked about it before, appreciation happens, let's say, when you bought the property for, let's say, I don't know, $5 million, and then 10 years down the line, it's $7 million. So you only get appreciation when Fundrise closes the project and actually sells the property. So I'm going to show you exactly what dividends are from each single project. So I'm going to click on my portfolio and I'm going to click on real estate. So as you can see in my real estate portfolio, I have a lot of different e-REITs and there's a different fund. So just for the purpose of simplicity, I'm going to pick the biggest fund that I have, that is 46.1% of my portfolio. If you click on this, you're actually going to get really good details. So I'm going to click interval fund. So here we are, and what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down. And over here you could see something called unpaid dividends, $87. What does that mean? What do you mean unpaid dividends? Well, the dividends are paid quarterly. So on October, in the middle of October of 2021, I'm going to get this unpaid dividends, and this dividend is going to get reinvested back into the entire portfolio that I have. So this is unpaid. If you scroll down a little bit more, over here under your returns, you could zoom out on dividends. And so what's happening is that paid dividends is $16.50. These are the dividends that I already received and they were reinvested back into the portfolio. And this unpaid dividends, which should be paid out in about less than a month, I will be getting soon, and that's $87.05, which will be reinvested back as well. So that is what dividends are. And over here is an appreciation. Okay, now guys, for the appreciation, I will be sure to make a very detailed video about appreciation, but essentially, as you can see, my appreciation here is $1,049. That means at some point in the past, Fundrise either sold a big property or closed the project, and they sold it for a profit, and $1,049 was my portion of that profit. And if you scroll down even more, you can go into even more details where they tell you what are the projects in this specific fund or this specific e-REIT. So you have apartments in Florida and South Carolina, and when you click on it, you get these crazy details. You get the strategy, investment size, what's happening to it. It tells you like a timeline where it tells you when it was acquired and when, there's an update on it and when it's going to be closed in the future. So it's actually, if you go into details, there's a lot of information you could get from the Fundrise website, and you could be more confident in your investment and you putting money into Fundrise and maybe even participating in an IPO. All this information and they give, it's very transparent, and it gives you more confidence in your investment. Now guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video even a tiny bit, please click that like and subscribe button. Make sure you check out my other Fundrise videos and my other swing trading videos. I'm gonna leave 2 videos at the end of the video and all the videos down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.